Namaskaram and welcome to Sadhguru Darshan YouTube channel.
So we must understand this. Though nobody wants to spell it out, nobody wants to say it, it is written not in one, in many religious books across the world, it is written clearly. This may bring things upon myself, but it's okay.
We put lot of work and resources into making these videos. Please watch the video till the end and share it with your family and friends.
This is not organic, let's be very clear about this. This is super organized. So if anything that's organized, it has a source. It has grown everywhere in the world with a tremendous sense of organization. So it is not terror, it is an agenda that they are fulfilling. You just get some satisfaction by labeling somebody a terrorist. Somebody is working life or death, they are working for their agenda. What the hell is your agenda?
Because we are in very, very grave danger of having a World War III. And this will be a war of obliteration.
You say that, there must be a better solution, there must be no confrontation. Non-violence is not always the answer.
No.
I would argue.
Yes.
It's okay to say, it doesn't deliver results.
No.
In your view, can non-violence be an answer, for example, to jihadi terrorism?
Not at all.
So, if not so, then what I would like you to tell this audience is, dealing with one of the greatest individual constructs of problems in the world today, which is jihadi terrorism. In your view, Sadhguru, what is the direct antidote to jihadi terrorism? An immediate and quick solution to it.
What is the direct antidote? That's what I'm doing, that's my work. But quick solution, I don't have one. There's no quick solution. Individual transformation is the only solution, but that's not a quick solution, but a lasting solution.
What is the solution to it? Let me rephrase that. What is the solution?
I'm saying…
How do you deal with it? If you were a world leader, Sadhguru, which you are in your own way, but if you were a political leader facing the problem of jihadi terrorism, what would you do to take it on?
Yes.
So we must understand this. Though nobody wants to spell it out, nobody wants to say it, it is written not in one, in many religious books across the world, it is written clearly, those who are not like you deserve to be killed.
Oh.
Let's come to the point. I know, this may bring things upon myself, but it's okay. Not in any one book, in many books it is written clearly. Those who do not believe the same things that I believe must die, they are fit to die, they are unfit to live here. This is clearly there. So because people are claiming it is the word of God, they don't have the courage to amend the book. It is time that you take sensible part of people who believe in these books and say, see, if you edit this 10 pages, your book will become wonderful. It is not organic, it is very organized.
Exactly.
Till you address this, you will not address the problem. It is very, very organized. So if anything that's organized, it has a source. If you have any kind of administrative strength and skills, when you see something threatens the fabric of the society, you must know where is the source for these organizations and deal with it. So this is not organic, let's be very clear about this, this is super organized. It has grown everywhere in the world with a tremendous sense of organization. Where there is an organization, there is always a head, and if you know how to administer a nation, you must know how to handle this. This is not one nation, across the world, all right? So all of us as people, were we all thinking, all these bombs are being kept for entertainment, for display, or it's artwork, what did you think? One day it will be used.
Yes.
Yes or no? It has to be used somewhere. The question is on whom. The question is not whether it will be used or not. The question is just where and on whom, isn't it? So when it is piling up, we are all okay with it. In every movie, there is no movie without a bomb or at least a smashed face. We are all enjoying it. When it really happens, we say, we're shocked, we're shocked. Wars are almost inevitable because economies are built on war. Without war, a lot of people cannot survive. The largest industry on the planet is arms and armaments. How will you not use it? If I'm making guns and bullets and I sell it to you and you don't shoot a single bullet, I'm disappointed with you. They're just going in these pickup trucks, simply shooting at the sky, okay? These guys, if I have a fight with you, at least I need to shoot you. If I'm shooting the sky, that means I have abundant supply of bullets, isn't it? Abundant supply. Otherwise I won't be shooting the clouds. If I'm fighting a war, when I shoot, I want somebody to die. Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm not going to shoot at the sky, but they're shooting at the sky with automatic weapons continuously. Somebody is supplying them plenty, all right? Otherwise nobody will shoot at the sky. There are 62 industries in the world who manufacture that caliber of bullet. I will give you the addresses. Will you go and lock them up? No. You will go to the war zone and pick up a child and do drama. All you need to do is, if you take away the bullets, once that runs out, maybe they will hack each other.
Yes.
But you can't kill that many hacking, at least. If you can't transform the human being, at least you must defang him, isn't it? Hello? Yeah, defang means to take away his teeth at least. If transformation is possible, fantastic. If that is not possible, at least his empowerment you should bring it down, isn't it? We have no intent of stopping the war, let's be clear about that. After World War II, we formed League of Nations, we made United Nations. The idea was never again such wars will happen, right?
Yes.
Not just for Europe, for the whole world, never again it'll happen. But since then, how many wars? There's not been a single day's break on this planet after World War II without at least a battle going on somewhere. We have economic issues, we have property issues, we have issues, all right? This is the idea of setting up a United Nations that we will fight with our words and solve our problems. We are not in such a la-la land that we don't have any issues, we have issues.
Yes, of course.
We genuinely have issues, isn't it? That two sets of people believe this is it, that is it, there. But this is the idea of setting up a platform which would solve problems. What has happened? We have pushed it to the side and doing what we want to with each other. So, 20th century, 21st century when it began, everybody said, this is 21st century, this is the age of information, this is technology, this, that, no wars. Tell me how many wars in 21st century? How many nations have been destroyed in 21st century?
Many.
Too many. Too many for 22 years, isn't it?
What should be their reaction to terror?
Problem is right now, you're calling this terror. But I want you to understand this. This is a planned agenda. This is not terror as far as they are concerned. They are trying to fulfill their goals in a very planned way. They did not even keep it a secret. They told you, we will bleed you with 1,000 cuts. So it is not terror, it is an agenda that they are fulfilling.
Exactly.
They are doing what they believe is the right thing to do. Because if somebody is willing to die for something, obviously they believe strongly enough to die for it. So they're doing what they believe is the right thing to do. Now, from your standpoint, are you doing the right thing that is good for this nation is something you must decide. There is no need to get excited about this, there is no need to… you just get some satisfaction by labeling somebody a terrorist. I want you to understand, somebody is working, life or death, they are working for their agenda. What the hell is your agenda? Spell it out to yourself and act upon that. Because the sovereignty of the nation is important. For me, within my heart, well, it would be fantastic if we lived here as global citizens and we're capable of embracing each other and living here wonderfully, that would be fantastic. But we have not come there. So protecting this is our business and our duty, Unfortunately, if cruel things happen, they happen. It is not our intent. I am not even talking about retribution, revenge, no, this is not our nature. But solution for this nation is important. That people of this nation can prosper is an important duty that the leaders of this nation owe to every citizen in this country. For that, it is very important that our borders are quiet, because the service and sacrifice of our soldiers is the basis. It is upon that foundation that you write your poetry, I do my spirituality, he does his yoga, somebody does his business. For all this, the basic foundation is the stable situation in the country.
Yes.
If we don't create that, we are failing in our fundamental duty, we are not being peaceful, we are just being naive. We're still not in that level of human consciousness where all boundaries and borders can be just wiped out and human beings just embrace each other and live. There's no such love affair going on. National identities, religious identities, various other kinds of ideological identities set us against each other. It is as simple as it is, but when it comes as to how it manifests on the ground, it's too complex. It's not something you can solve like that.
Yes.
So, in the making of a nation, one important thing is the sovereignty of the nation. Because nation exists only because of its borders. But you call something a nation, only the first and foremost is the geographical border, isn't it? They are fighting for what they believe in. You are trying to fight for what you believe in. And this will go on endlessly, you understand? Either you must change your belief system or they must change their belief system.
Exactly.
And that doesn't look like in your future, all right? That doesn't look like that. But either you must have the wisdom to end the enmity. You must kill the enmity. You must have that wisdom. If there is no room for that wisdom, unfortunately, it will naturally translate into killing the enemy. It will naturally go there. Whether you like… Am I propounding this? No, it will naturally get there, whether you like it or you don't like it. So just because somebody lives across the border, do you want to kill them? Definitely not. But at the same time, do you want to protect what you see as this nation? This is an unfortunate dilemma of being human. If you were an animal, anybody crosses your boundary, enters your territory, you just kill him, all right?
Yes.
Hello? But this is the dilemma of being human. Somebody crosses your boundary, you may have to kill him, but you don't really want to kill him. This is the struggle of being human. This struggle must be there in a human being always. If the struggle goes away, you will become an animal. This struggle must exist within us, but still acting decisively for the larger well-being of a nation has to happen. Why I'm talking about a nation is, for me, nation is not a political entity, nation is not my nationalism. I don't belong to that. For me, nation is the largest amount of population you can address right now.
Yes.
If you want to bring well-being, you cannot address the globe. Hello? You cannot address the whole globe just like that. It is not within your means to address the globe. The best thing you can address right now, the largest human entity you can address right now is nation. If you go down, maybe there are states, maybe there are religions, maybe there are castes and creeds and all kinds. Don't go there. Address the nation because it's the largest segment of humanity you can address right now. In that context, sovereignty of the nation becomes of prime importance. Well, what has to be done has to be done, but we must have pain in our heart. Even when we cause damage to somebody who is a threat to us, we must have some pain in our heart, otherwise we will lose our humanity.
Wow, this is apt video for current situation in the world. In this video, Sadhguru is clearly telling that the forces of love and compassion, as well as anger and hate, are consistently active in the world. resembling a seesaw game. The important question is, which side of the seesaw do you choose to prioritize? During times of significant crisis, it becomes even more crucial to enhance the implementation of the spiritual process, as it is ultimately the only way to maintain sanity in the world. Once you start believing in things that you haven't personally experienced, you will inevitably find yourself in conflict. It is crucial to acknowledge this. Currently, you may perceive yourself as a peaceful individual, but in the future, if someone challenges your belief system, you will likely become defensive and engage in a confrontation. What is the purpose of embracing beliefs? What benefits does it offer? The sole advantage is that it provides comfort to your ego. Admitting I don't know is a major blow to the ego. The only way for the ego to flourish is by asserting I know, correct? When you accept I don't know, in any situation, you become incapable of fighting or getting involved in conflict. You transform into a humble and remarkable human being. The practice of yoga serves as a method of self-reflection, allowing one to examine oneself without any bias or attachment. However, the true introspection is impossible if one is identified with something, as it is closed of all possibilities. It is crucial to acknowledge that one's thoughts and feelings are influenced by their current identification. For example, if one identifies as Indian, their reactions and response to situation will be influenced by this identification. Although this may benefit their nation at times, it is possible to respond with greater wisdom rather than simply reacting. When one is identified, they become merely reactive and are unable to consider different perspectives or comprehend the root of the issue. Inner peace is essential in order to bring peace to the world. If one's own mind is not peaceful, how can they expect the world to be peaceful? Everything observed in the world is a reflection of one's own mind, greatly magnified. Is there anything occurring in the world that is not occurring in one's mind? It is indeed happening. It is more desirable to you to base your actions on your intelligence rather than your reactions. Acting with intelligence requires observing things as they truly are, without any preconceived notions or bias. If you view something through the lens of your identity, you are already forming judgments about it. Peace represents emptiness and is not something you can create or force. Peace inherently exists. While disturbance occurs in the surface, this can be compared to the ocean, where turbulence may exist on the surface. But deep down it remains calm. Only when you align yourself with that essence can you truly understand what true peace is. Meditation serves as a way to release your identity, experience genuine tranquility. When you meditate, only the present moment exists and there are no distractions. We aim to create systems worldwide where we resolve conflict through verbal debates rather than physical aggression. We call this process a democratic process, an ongoing exchange of words. Please don't be offended by the harsh language, as prohibiting verbal battles could lead to physical confrontation. Therefore, it's crucial to teach everyone how to effectively express their anger, dissatisfaction, and frustration using words. If individuals cannot articulate their emotions, they may resort to using physical violence. Until we achieve a state where everyone embodies the qualities of Sadashiva, where inner conflicts cease to exist. The art of exchanging heated words remains necessary. It's not a perfect solution, but rather a temporary one. If we were to utilize the tools of violence that are currently accessible without being able to express our disagreements in parliamentary and United Nations discussions, the results would be disastrous. Nevertheless, modern societies have developed the ability to articulate criticism in a civilized fashion. Today, if individuals lack the bravery to confront someone face to face, they can turn to blogging from their own homes, enabling them to utter the most offensive remarks imaginable. The accuracy of these statements, their audience, and their logic become inconsequential. The sole prerequisite is to utter something. I do not support abuse of others. Rather, I propose that by engaging communications, writing, and debating, people can avoid resorting to violent acts like bombings. The ongoing bombings in Israel are viewed as a means to make a statement, but it would be more beneficial if individuals were educated on how to express their opinions effectively without causing harm. Instead of taking the lives of thousands of people, they could discover non-violent approaches to convey their message. Every society should strive to minimize violence as much as possible. Though it may not occur during my lifetime, I remain optimistic that one day we can spread enlightenment and further reduce violence in the world. Currently, we are practicing samyama, which aids us in nurturing individuals who are devoid of violence. Religious philosophies that aspire to dominate the world have the potential to cause severe harm to all life on earth. Among various forms of violence, religiously motivated terrorism is particularly dangerous. While it may be possible to reason with individuals fighting for other causes, attempting to reason with someone who believes they are fighting for their God is futile. Negotiations can be pursued with those fighting for money, property, or other motivations because they value life. However, those who pursue themselves as fighting for God or carrying out divine work are ready to die and drag everyone down with them. Religious terrorism plays a significant role in today's global terror mechanism. The objective of terrorism is not warfare, but rather the instigation of fear and destabilization in a society. Its aim is to create panic, divide communities, hinder economic growth, and generate conflict, violence, and lawlessness at all levels, ultimately leading a country to become a failed state. Throughout the past 2 millennia, religious organizations worldwide have been responsible for a significant amount of unwarranted harm towards various individuals. Despite consistently promoting peace, love, and compassion, these groups have left a troubling legacy of violence concealed within terrifying scenarios. It is vital to address the root causes that fuel these violent actions committed in the name of religion. Rather than conforming to politically correct stances, public discourse should prioritize finding solutions to contemporary issues. Intriguingly, within the sacred text considered to be the divine word, there are strong endorsement for violence against those who hold different beliefs, as some have willingly chosen or been taught to uphold, regardless of the reason why these offensive words were included in sacred text. It is now necessary to remove any inappropriate content, if God allows it. We may question whether it is acceptable to interpret God's silence as consent. The pressing need of our time is to ensure that no one feels compelled to fight in the name of God. While we may eventually find solutions for other causes of violence. There is no solution for those who fight for their deities. It is impossible to separate them from their eternal cause, which brings domination to the world. Only if all religious groups are willing to consider eliminating any encouragement of violence from their holy scriptures can a solution become feasible. This responsibility lies with every group. And although it will not be easy, it must begin at some point in time. The only way to create a peaceful world is by creating a peaceful and blissful human beings. Let us make it happen. Like the video, share this video with your family and friends. Subscribe to Sadhguru Darshan YouTube channel for more wisdom. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Pranam.